Naughty Bear was developed by Artificial Mind and Movement, who created Wet, Seen It, Indiana Jones Staff of Kings, Iron Man, Twilight Seen It, High School Musical, and Get on the Mic. Yeah, I know those games don't exactly titillate the senses, but maybe Naughty Bear will be the first breakout game for the company.
Good afternoon, Naughty Bear.
You play as Naughty Bear, who is an outcast to all the rest of the bears on the island. Naughty lives on the outskirts of the place by his lonesome and is usually excluded from all bear functions. In this particular case, a bear named Daddles is having a birthday party. While Naughty isn't invited, he did make a present for Daddles in hopes that they could be friends. On the way to the party, Naughty's present is laughed at and he returns back home in shame. That shame, however, soon turns to rage as he goes on a bear murdering rampage. This is all you need to know in the story department. Basically, Naughty Bear consists of slaughtering the bear citizens who have wronged him. In each episode, there will be a new reason for Naughty to exterminate the bear population, like a bear running for mayor with the promise of ejecting Naughty from the island, to killing off the army because they've placed spy camera birds all around the village. So you'll basically need a sense of humor to even step foot in the realm of Naughty Bear. Yeah, beyond a sense of humor, you will definitely have to call forth the inner Jason Voorhees inside you, because that is all this game is really about, murdering bears in the most violent ways possible. And you know what? That portion of the game is actually fun. When you're running around slamming axes into the bears' heads or burying their face into fire pits, this is where the game shines the most. It's like a less bloody version of Manhunt. The problems arise in a variety of ways that simply mar the fun of the game. The number one issue would be that the performance in the game is just atrocious. During most levels, you experience heavy frame rate drops. This is most apparent whenever the action screens appear to show what another bear is doing. That's not even mentioning the frame rate skip every time a bridge comes down at the end of a level. The second and most problem would have to be with the basic camera control scheme. Most of the time the camera will obstruct your view and force you to move it manually, unless it is during one of the contextual scenes indoors, in which you will not be able to see anything until the kill is completed. The third problem comes from the artificial intelligence. During my gameplay experience, I noticed that the other bears are just outright idiots. They can be right in front of Naughty and he can just jump into a bush and be completely invisible to their eyes instantly, which makes the game incredibly easy in earlier levels, but in later levels they introduce special bears who are pretty much the same but take more damage. The final problem directly involves fighting the other bears, because most of the time you'll end up attacking nothing but air. The lack of some kind of lock-on option for the opponent you're trying to finish off is definitely annoying, especially when you get to the portion when you're fighting a series of Uzi-toting army bears with zombies. You'll end up missing hits due to the performance lag, the camera, and not being able to fully position yourself to stay on target, which can quickly turn things into an utter disaster for Naughty. In the graphical department, the execution animations are deadly and to the point. There are some that could have used a bit more brutality, but most of them prove that Naughty has no love for these bears and will eviscerate them in the most destructive fashion possible. The actual problem with the game comes from the level design or lack thereof. Other than a few changes to the scale of morning, evening, and night, you'll pretty much be fighting in the same little village over and over and over again. There seems to be a total lack of variety in the environments here, and things will start to get boring very quickly. And I'll tell you my personal gripe and what almost made me cut the game off in about an hour or so. It's the announcer that you have to hear through the entire game. He's a voice that's inside Naughty Bear's head, and he'll spot out the most ridiculous names for every kill.
Nautical!
Single
Confection extermination!
time
Closet elimination!
you do one. Not only is it annoying after the first 5 minutes, it's even more annoying after you realize he's doing it half-heartedly.
Total defluffication! You defluff them all!
And most of the music sounds like it belongs in a Monkey Island game. I looked around in anticipation hoping that Guybrush Threepwood would hop out and tell me a hilarious joke, but it never came to fruition. In a nutshell, this game could have really been fun. In fact, I found it to be fun in the first 2 episodes. Then I realized that it is only 7 episodes long, and hide the fact that it is so short, and instead forces you to complete challenges in the same levels you've completed in different ways just to unlock the next episode. So it makes you play through stuff that you'd rather have done after beating a game, instead of just letting you reach the end and completing those tasks at your own discretion. I wouldn't even complain so much about this game if it wasn't a $50 title. This is actually a game that should have come out as a download on PSN or Xbox Live. I'd never recommend this as a buy to anyone unless you're really hard up for playing a game similar to Manhunt. I also can't advise renting this in its current state, because bugs plague this game the entire way through, and it destroys the fun. So this game receives a D- from Half-Ass Gaming. And please, don't feed the bears.
Score! Blue team wins.